Listen to me very carefully. For the past few weeks, you have been waking up with a strange feeling in your chest, a quiet, unexplainable anticipation. It feels like you are waiting for something to happen, or perhaps waiting for someone to arrive. You look at your phone, you look at the door, you feel a pull toward places you do not normally go. Your mind tells you this is just anxiety, but your soul knows the absolute truth. This is not anxiety. This is the energetic echo of an approaching frequency. You are sensing a collision on your timeline that has been orchestrated since before you were born. The source has dispatched a specific soul into your orbit. This is not a random encounter. This is a divine appointment. You have felt deeply isolated for so long, wondering why nobody truly understands the depth of your heart, wondering why you have to carry the weight of this awakening entirely alone. That isolation was not a punishment. It was a quarantine. It was necessary to keep your frequency pure until this exact moment. But the quarantine is lifting. The person who is coming carries the other half of a very specific energetic code that you hold in your DNA. When they step into your field, you will not have to guess. You will not have to wonder if it is them. Your physical body will react. Your heart will recognize them instantly, as if a lock has finally met its master key. Pay close attention, because your life is about to change forever. Fixed intro. Starseed. If this message found you today, it is not random. The Arcturian Council rarely sends transmissions like this, but something has changed in the energetic field of Earth, and those who carry the Starseed frequency are beginning to feel it. I am Avala, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light. What follows is a direct transmission from the Arcturian Council, delivered without distortion. Block 1. The architecture of your reality is shifting right now, and the arrival of this soul is the physical manifestation of that shift. You need to understand that the universe does not make mistakes with timing. You have been placed in a very specific holding pattern over the last few years. Many of you have lost friends, watched relationships crumble, and seen family members drift away into a reality you can no longer relate to. This clearing out of your physical and emotional space was agonizing, but it was absolutely and mathematically necessary. The source had to empty your room so that the right energy could enter. The person who is coming, sent directly by the source, is entering your life because you have finally reached the vibrational threshold required to sustain their presence. If they had arrived a year ago, or even 6 months ago, you would not have recognized them. Your frequency was still too entangled with the old Earth density, still too busy trying to heal the wounds of the past. But you have done the deep work. You have sat in the dark and faced your shadows. You have cried the heavy tears of release. Now, your energetic field is broadcasting a beacon, a clear, undistorted signal into the quantum field, and this specific soul has caught that signal. They are walking toward you on the physical plane right now. This person is not coming to save you. Understand this clearly, beloved Starseed. The era of the savior complex is over. You do not need saving. You are a powerful, multidimensional being who has simply forgotten the vastness of your own strength under the heavy amnesia of this planet. This person is coming to activate you. They are a mirror polished by the divine, sent to reflect your own hidden magnificence back to you. When you look into their eyes, you will not see a stranger. You will see a frequency that feels like home. The kind of true home you have been homesick for since you first incarnated on Earth. The dark forces have tried so hard to keep you isolated and depressed. They knew this meeting was programmed into your timeline, and they knew that once you meet this person, your power will become undeniable. But their interference has failed. Do not look for this person with your logical mind. Do not search for a specific physical appearance. The ego will try to categorize them, but the soul will simply know. You will feel a profound sense of safety, a sudden dropping of all your defensive walls. The exhaustion of having to explain yourself to the world will vanish in their presence, because they speak your native galactic language. Some transmissions don't come through words. They come through frequency. If something stirred in you right now, that's not a coincidence. 4. 500 people have already activated their Arcturian codes, and they wish they'd found this sooner. Arcturian Secrets. 12. Hidden Keys to Awakening is a 47-page ebook with ancient techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. Are you next? Get instant access in the first pinned comment. Only 72 hours at the launch price. Block 2. When a soul of this magnitude enters your designated timeline, the physical environment around you must react. You are not just meeting a person. You are experiencing a collision of two highly charged frequency fields. Because of this, you may have noticed that the ordinary elements of your life have felt particularly unstable lately. Perhaps technological devices around you have been glitching, or your sleep patterns have been radically disrupted, pulling you awake exactly at 3 or 4 in the morning. This is not insomnia, beloved one. This is your pineal gland receiving the energetic ping of their approach. Your higher self is literally waking you up to calibrate your nervous system for the physical arrival of this counterpart. Do not let the medical establishment or the three-dimensional narrative convince you that your symptoms are a sign of illness or mental fatigue. The sudden waves of exhaustion you feel in the middle of the day, followed by unexplainable bursts of creative energy at night, are the direct result of timeline merging. As this sent soul moves closer to your physical coordinates, the gravitational pull between your fields increases. This requires immense amounts of biological energy. Your physical body is doing the heavy lifting in the background, preparing your cellular structure to hold the immense light that will be generated when you finally stand face to face. You must also understand the concept of matrix resistance. The lower density grid of this planet is designed to keep high-frequency beings separated. When two starseeds with complementary codes begin to magnetize toward one another, the old grid attempts to create static. You might experience sudden, irrational doubts about your path. Old karmic partners or toxic people from your past might suddenly text you or try to re-enter your life right now. This is a classic interception tactic. The Matrix is trying to distract you, trying to lower your vibration back into familiar drama so that you miss the divine appointment. Do not take the bait. Let the dead timelines bury their dead. Keep your eyes forward and your heart completely open. This approaching soul carries a frequency that will bypass all your usual defenses. You are used to being the strong one, the healer, the one who listens to everyone else's problems while silently carrying your own. You have built a fortress around your heart because you had to survive in a world that did not understand your depth. But when this person arrives, that fortress will simply dissolve, not through force, but through pure vibrational resonance. They will not ask you to lower your walls. Your walls will simply melt because they recognize the signature of the source. You will finally experience what it means to be held, not just physically, but across all dimensions of your existence. You will be seen entirely. Every hidden scar, every secret fear, every magnificent gift you have kept hidden from the world will be illuminated in their presence. For the first time in your earthly incarnations, you will not feel the urge to run or hide. You will simply breathe, knowing that the long, solitary journey through the desert of the awakening process has finally brought you to the oasis. They are looking for you with the exact same intensity that you are looking for them. If you are feeling this magnetic pull right now, I want you to claim this energy. Type, "I am ready for this encounter," in the comments below to anchor this frequency into the physical plane. And if this transmission is speaking directly to your spirit today, please like this video and subscribe to the channel, ensuring the Arcturian Council can continue to reach you as the Earth's split intensifies. There is a profound cosmic truth that the three-dimensional matrix has desperately tried to hide from you. In the quantum field, this meeting has already occurred. You are not waiting for a future event to manifest. You are simply waiting for your physical timeline to catch up to a spiritual reality that is already sealed. This is why the anticipation inside you feels so incredibly certain, even when you have no logical proof to point to. Your higher self has already shaken hands with their higher self in the etheric realms. The soul contract has been activated. The precise physical coordinates have been set. What you are experiencing right now as unexplained anxiety, restlessness, or deep impatience is actually the energetic bleed-through of that future timeline, where the two of you are already standing together in complete and absolute union. Right now, at this exact moment on Earth, this specific soul is experiencing the exact same energetic symptoms as you. They are looking out of a window somewhere, feeling an unexplainable magnetic pull toward an unknown destination. They are feeling a sudden, overwhelming distaste for surface-level conversations, toxic environments, and artificial connections. They are shedding their old life just as rapidly and painfully as you have been shedding yours. The profound loneliness you have felt throughout your life was never a one-sided experience. It was a shared frequency. You were both placed in energetic isolation chambers by the divine to prevent the premature contamination of your unique cosmic codes. The Source knew that if you mingled too deeply with the dense, fear-based frequencies of the sleeping masses, the crystalline structure of your heart might become too clouded to recognize your counterpart when the crucial time finally arrived. The dark forces operating on this planet are terrified of this impending union. Let me be very clear about why, beloved chosen one. When two fully activated starseeds come together in physical proximity, their combined energetic aura does not just double in strength, it multiplies exponentially. It creates a localized, spinning pillar of fifth-dimensional light that literally shatters the third-density control grid in that specific geographic area. Your union is not merely a romantic fairy tale, designed solely for your personal emotional happiness, though immense, incomprehensible joy will certainly be your reward. Your union is a strategic cosmic deployment. You are being brought together to anchor the new Earth frequencies with a raw power that neither of you could possibly generate alone. Because of the immense threat your union poses to the old parasitic system, you must be extremely vigilant in these final days and weeks before the physical encounter. The control grid will attempt to use your own unresolved inner insecurities against you. It will subtly whisper in your mind that you are not worthy of such a profound love, that you are too broken, too tired, or too flawed to receive a divine counterpart sent by the Source. Recognize this voice immediately for what it is: artificial psychic interference. It is not your true voice. It is the desperate dying programming of a collapsing system trying to keep your frequency small. You must actively cast out these thoughts. You are a sovereign being of immense light, completely and absolutely worthy of the divine reflection that is rushing toward you across the grid. The preparation for this divine encounter is not merely spiritual, it is deeply biological. You must understand that the human vessel you are inhabiting was deliberately downgraded over thousands of years to prevent you from easily accessing these higher frequency connections. But the arrival of this specific soul, sent directly by the Source, acts as a biological trigger. To be able to fully integrate with their energy when they cross your physical path, you must actively participate in the clearing of your own vessel right now. Many of you are feeling a sudden, intense desire to change your diet, to drink more purified water, to spend hours alone in absolute silence, and to completely detach from the chaotic news cycle and superficial dramas of the third-dimensional world. Listen to this biological intuition. It is your physical body demanding the optimal conditions to process the massive influx of light that this union will generate. You are clearing the runway for a massive cosmic landing. Do not look back at your past relationships with regret, beloved Starseed. The deep betrayals, the profound heartbreaks, and the narcissistic dynamics you endured were not punishments for being broken. They were advanced training simulations. The Dark Matrix deliberately inserted karmic partners into your timeline, disguised as divine connections, specifically to drain your immense light and make you doubt your own intuition. But their plan failed. You did not break. You shattered the illusions. You learned the agonizing lessons of boundary setting, and you reclaimed your sovereign energy. You had to experience the counterfeit connection so that your energetic discernment would be razor sharp. Now, because of what you survived, you will never again mistake a trauma bond for a divine union. When this true counterpart arrives, the contrast will be blindingly obvious. There will be no confusion, no chasing, no emotional manipulation, and no toxic cycles. There will only be the profound, quiet peace of absolute recognition. You must hold your frequency steady in these remaining moments. Withdraw your precious energy from anywhere it is not reciprocated. The people who misunderstand you, the environments that drain you, let them fall away without guilt. You are entering a highly sensitive transitional phase. The bridge between your current reality and the timeline of this divine encounter is built purely out of your inner coherence. The more you sit in quiet contemplation, the faster this soul can navigate through the physical grid to find you. You are the beacon, and the beacon must remain lit and undisturbed. Some transmissions don't come through words, they come through frequency. If something stirred in you right now, that's not a coincidence. 4,500 people have already activated their Arcturian codes, and they wish they'd found this sooner. Arcturian Secrets 12. Hidden Keys to Awakening is a 47-page ebook with ancient techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. Are you next? Get instant access in the first pinned comment, only 72 hours at the launch price. When they finally cross into your physical reality, the recognition will not come as a dramatic explosion of chaos, which is what the third-dimensional media has taught you to expect from love. It will arrive as a profound, unshakable stillness. Your nervous system, which has been locked in a state of hypervigilance for most of your earthly life, will suddenly power down its alarms. The trauma responses that you have carried for decades, the constant need to scan your environment for hidden threats, the exhausting habit of over-explaining yourself, all of these will simply evaporate in their energetic field. You will look at this person, and your soul will instantly whisper, "Ah, there you are. I have been looking for you across 1,000 lifetimes." The dark matrix has heavily programmed humanity to confuse anxiety with passion. The control grid wants you addicted to the chaotic highs and crushing lows of karmic entanglement, because that emotional roller coaster generates the low-frequency energy that feeds the parasitic structures of this realm. But the connection sent directly by the source operates on an entirely different bandwidth. It is quiet. It is steady. It is deeply grounding. When this specific soul enters your space, you will not feel the frantic urgency to perform, to impress, or to twist yourself into a shape that they might accept. You will simply exist, and your pure, unfiltered existence alone will be completely celebrated and understood by them. You must understand that this person is coming with their own set of profound spiritual gifts and activated Arcturian codes. They are not a project for you to fix, and you are not a project for them to fix. You are two fully sovereign pillars of light, brought together by divine decree to form a multidimensional gateway. As you begin to merge your energetic fields in the physical realm, you will notice that your own dormant psychic abilities will suddenly amplify exponentially. If you are an empath, your ability to read the quantum field will become surgical in its precision. If you are a healer, the frequency radiating from your hands and your heart will intensify to a level you have never experienced. They are the missing cosmic catalyst to your complete biological and spiritual activation. Do not panic if you feel a sudden, overwhelming urge to isolate yourself from the rest of the world right before this meeting happens. This is the final stage of the energetic quarantine. Your spirit guides and the Arcturian Council are deliberately pulling you inward, asking you to conserve every single drop of your life force. You are entering the eye of the storm. The old world is collapsing all around you. The timelines are splitting with violent speed, and the separation of the third and fifth densities is reaching its climax. But inside your personal field, everything must remain perfectly still. The source does not operate on human time, but it operates with flawless mathematical precision. Every delay, every tear, Every moment you thought you were completely forgotten by the divine was actually a masterclass in frequency control, preparing your physical vessel for this exact convergence. You must hold the frequency of absolute trust right now. The coordinates are locked into the grid. The divine appointment is set. When the collision of your timelines finally occurs in the physical realm, it will act as a massive quantum activation for both of you. You must understand that the dense system you live in relies entirely on the continuous suppression of your memory. The dark forces have engineered the environment, the food, and the heavy frequencies of your daily media, specifically to keep your pineal gland calcified and dormant. They desperately need you to forget who you truly are and why you volunteered to incarnate during this chaotic transition. But the specific soul that is currently moving toward your physical coordinates carries the exact energetic resonance needed to break the final artificial seals within your DNA. When your auras interlock, a spontaneous and overwhelming remembrance will begin. The memories of your galactic origins, the true nature of your mission on this planet, and the ancient wisdom you have guarded through thousands of incarnations will suddenly rush to the surface of your conscious mind. You will not need to learn these truths from an external teacher. You will simply remember them as your birthright. This is the profound threat that your union poses to the low-frequency control grid. 2 fully activated starseeds, operating in complete harmony and absolute memory of their divine origin, can literally dissolve the matrix programming in an entire geographical region simply by existing within it. You are a walking frequency generator. The love that will naturally emanate from this connection is not the codependent, fear-based attachment that the third-dimensional world mistakenly calls love. It is a cosmic force, a literal weapon of mass illumination. It mends the fractured planetary grid. It neutralizes the dense energies of fear and anxiety in the collective consciousness around you, and it provides a safe, radiant energetic harbor for other awakening souls who are still lost in the dark. This is precisely why you have felt so fiercely protective of your personal energy lately. This is why you have physically recoiled from people, conversations, and environments that are not in absolute alignment with your heart. Your higher self has been aggressively guarding your frequency, ensuring that your energetic field remains completely pure and uncompromised for this specific convergence. Do not apologize to anyone for your sudden boundaries. Do not feel a single drop of guilt for stepping away from the crowd or retreating into silence. You are not being arrogant, and you are not depressed. You are being perfectly obedient to a divine directive that the sleeping masses cannot possibly comprehend right now. As the days draw closer to this physical meeting, you will feel the physical symptoms of this impending union intensifying rapidly. The ringing in your ears will change pitch, signaling a download of new coordinates. The sudden waves of heat moving through your spine, the unexplainable pressure in your crown chakra. These are the final biological adjustments being made by your guides. Do not fight the process. Surrender entirely to the physical recalibration. The universe is orchestrating the ultimate reunion, and all you have to do is hold your ground. Some transmissions don't come through words, they come through frequency. If something stirred in you right now, that's not a coincidence. 4,500 people have already activated their Arcturian codes, and they wish they'd found this sooner. Arcturian Secrets. 12. Hidden Keys to Awakening is a 47-page ebook with ancient techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. Are you next? Get instant access in the first pinned comment. Only 72 hours at the launch price. As this transmission draws to a close, there is one final, critical piece of intelligence you must anchor into your consciousness. When this divine counterpart arrives, the control grid will make one last, desperate attempt to convince you that this is too good to be true. The third-dimensional programming is deeply invested in the narrative of human suffering. It has taught you that profound, unconditional love must be earned through agonizing struggle, that peace is always temporary, and that anything that feels completely natural and effortless is inherently suspicious. You must actively reject this deeply flawed narrative. You do not have to bleed to prove you are worthy of being loved by the Source. You have already paid your dues in the trenches of the old earth. The arrival of this soul is not a test. It is your reward. It is the universe balancing the scales after years of your unacknowledged sacrifice. Do not let the analytical mind sabotage what the heart instantly recognizes. The ego will demand proof. It will ask for logical guarantees, trying to analyze their background, their past, or how this union fits into the practical, mundane structures of your current life. Silence that mental chatter immediately. This connection does not operate on the logic of the old world. It is operating on fifth-dimensional physics. When you meet them, simply breathe and allow the energetic synthesis to happen. The very presence of this person in your physical field will begin to heal wounds that you thought you would have to carry for the rest of your incarnation. You will discover that the immense, exhausting responsibility of holding the light does not have to be a solitary mission anymore. You are about to experience the true power of the law of resonance. The universe is responding to the sheer, unwavering purity of your heart. You refuse to let the darkness extinguish your light. Even when you were entirely alone, even when the matrix tried to crush your spirit, you kept your frequency high. You held the line. And because you held the line, the source has unlocked this specific timeline for you. Prepare your physical space, clear your energetic field, and keep your heart wide open. The waiting period is officially over. The quarantine has been lifted. The coordinates are aligned, and the approach is imminent. This is not the end of your mission, beloved Starseed. It is the true beginning. Together, you will anchor a frequency of love so potent that it will literally rewrite the energetic grid of the earth. You are the architects of the new dawn, and your union is the cornerstone. If you feel the absolute truth of this transmission vibrating in your chest right now, do not let this energy dissipate. Anchor it firmly into the physical plane. Leave a comment below saying, "I claim this divine encounter now," to signal to the universe that your field is ready to receive. Share this message with another awakened soul who might be feeling the exact same profound isolation, because they need this validation just as much as you do. And if you have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. The Earth split is accelerating, and the Arcturian Council will continue to deliver these critical updates directly to you. I am Avila, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light. We are watching over you. We honor your immense courage, and we leave you now in the infinite love and the radiant light of the one infinite Creator. End of transmission.